The vast majority of you may have the idea that the lifestyle of the wealthy is different from what we are about to share with you in this article, and regardless of your degree of financial literacy, we can guarantee that by the end of this article, you will either learn something new or be certain about what to do next in your financial life. We have called the points that we are going to share with you as secrets, because there is a good chance that after reading this article, well, you will be the only one aware of this valuable information in your extended circle. So let's get started. Here are 10 secrets about the rich. 1. Rich people focus on making their money early in life. This probably goes against almost every financial advice you know. Everyone is trying to make wealth, and it teaches you the same ideology of never drinking coffee out and putting those $4 every day into an investment fund. And by the time you turn 65, you should be a millionaire. Unfortunately, the rich don't think like that, but rather focus on getting their money right. First, every successful businessman and investor will tell you how in the first part of his journey he made him rich. Yes, you're going to live like you're poor, not because saving $4 on your coffee makes you rich in the long run. It's because every penny goes to its rightful place in investing. Contrary to popular belief, the penny you save is not the penny you earn, it's just a penny. Instead of saving 1 to 2% of your income by reducing your consumption, reinvest every dollar. Any project, if executed correctly, will help you move into the new wealthy segment. Most people live with the stress of money and debt their entire lives. You can't imagine how wonderful it would be to have a life where you don't have to worry about money, especially if you can do it early in your life. So focus on getting your money right. 2 companies use a different set of rules than individuals use. Being financially literate means that you understand that there are different rules for different entities and that you are able to apply these rules for your own personal gain. In this day and age, not understanding money is a hindrance to you. As an employee, you make money when you get paid. Out of the amount you make, the government gets 30 to 50% in taxes. You have 50% of what you earn left, which goes toward living expenses and anything else you spend money on. Here's what most people don't know. When the company earns money, it is not taxed immediately as it is with employees. Instead, they are given the option to spend some of that money first, usually by reinvesting in that business and getting taxes on what's left. After all of these expenses, if the company chooses to reinvest all the money it generates in the current fiscal year, the government will have no tax profit, so I'll pay 0 taxes. The good news is that setting up a company for yourself is very easy, does not cost much, requires no employees other than yourself, and is perfectly acceptable legally and ethically. 3. Rich people invest in things they understand. We can't believe this is a secret, but most people lose money when they work on projects they don't understand. We've seen that happen over and over again. Only invest in things you know more about than anyone else. Otherwise, you will pass from one loss to another. Rich people don't chase new shiny things every month. Instead, they keep looking for the same thing until they master it and make sure to take advantage of this feature. Invest only in the things you understand. 4. Rich people build a good reputation. People know who they are. This is one of the biggest secrets because it is all about trust. No one will buy anything from you if they don't know who you are. Your company won't promote you if you don't stand out from the crowd. The more people know who you are, what you do, and what you stand for, the more they will trust you, and the more options you have. And thanks to the age of technology, you can reach billions of people who are logged into social media platforms just waiting for you to know yourself. 10 years ago, if you wanted people to hear about you, you either had to appear on TV or get in the way of journalists to give interviews in the local newspaper or magazine. Today, with one click, your message reaches millions. 5 rich people focus on income, not saving. How can you increase your income? This is the only question you have to ask yourself in order to get more money than you might need. Real wealth is built, not lost. Saving only comes after you reach your maximum income, because instead of saving you will invest, and even then, you have to decide where to put that income later to generate new income, which this time may not come at a maximum. Every rich person constantly brings in more and more money. Focus on income, not saving. This is one of the basic rules of wealth. 6 rich people always score everything. You are not a child anymore. She no longer believes in rosy promises. As an adult, we've come up with ways to make sure people keep the end of the bargain. Yes, there is such a thing as verbal agreements, but it takes a long time and puts many people at a loss. Why would you risk? The rich record everything, while the poor believe in some kind of illusory nobility. This is the truth. Circumstances change and everyone is trying to protect themselves. And so should you. When your boss asks you to do something extra at work, make sure you have the emails proving this. When your supervisor approves a course of action that has not gone as planned, make sure you have his written consent. Any deal you make, anything that can happen to you is not really under your control unless you have proof of it. When everything is transparent, people have to be honest. 7 wealthy people tend not to be diversified. This is another secret for the wealthy. It's hard to stick to many areas. Over the years, there has been this false impression that the more diverse you are, the more secure your fortune will be. The whole premise is wrong. Why? Money needs to be taken care of. Nor can you be successful in many trades. The wealthy, on average, own 3 separate wealth companies, in some very special cases, up to a maximum of 5. Because it takes a lot of their time. The world's richest man, Jeff Bezos, has 3, Amazon, Blue Origin, and most recently, The Washington Post. Why don't the wealthy diversify more? Simply, because in order to do something remarkably well in the market, professional supervision is required. 8. The wealthy are looking forward to the next financial crisis. How many of you vividly remember the financial crash of 2007? Do you think the rich went bankrupt? Both. Those were actually the poor and middle class. The wealthy simply made more money and went back to business as usual, while the others lost almost everything. Meanwhile, wealthy people buy things that have intrinsic value and that are less valuable during crises. Let's take land as an example. The fact that you can buy a piece of the Earth's surface, which is left to you indefinitely and can be disposed of and earned over time in various ways, is mind-blowing. This should give you a better understanding of how the wealthy view the financial crisis. 9 rich people make their wealth with the money of others. You may be wondering, what does that mean? For other people to give you their money to get rich, it doesn't make any sense at all. But the wealthy have known this and used it for years. It's one of those seemingly complicated secrets to people who don't understand money. Ordinary people use other people's money all the time, but in the end they pay it off. But the rich borrow money and make others pay for it. Let's say it again, the rich borrow money, others pay you. You might think that this is crazy and that it is not real. But this is how the rich get richer. Rich people go to the bank and borrow money to build an apartment building. Then they sell the apartments to the buyer with an additional cost. They take the money and return the bank's share, reap the difference. The wealthy have been buying homes and buildings without putting in any new money for years. And you are only now hearing about this. How does this happen? Because you may not understand that there is more than one kind of valuable ideas. Management and execution are also very important apart from money. When the idea, the management, and the execution are available, Money is the least valuable because it is the most available. 10 wealthy people take advantage of various investments. The wealthy have two types of investments, those that will save money soon and those that will increase their value in the long run. The key to building wealth is knowing how to distinguish between them. Anything that will turn a profit over the next 10 years is considered an investment soon. These are new ventures and companies, flipping goods and properties, and profiting from trends that occur in the market or from a certain event or technological breakthrough forever. Long-term investments are those that not only store value but value continuously for 50 to 100 years or more. This last form of investing secures wealth for the entire family tree and makes sure to do just that. You should immediately focus on investments now. Knowing how to take advantage of the times we live in will enable you to get that initial round of wealth.